everyone, welcome to another episode of We Don't Watch Movies, featuring me, Corinne.
And me, Monze.
Oh,
Every week it's a new theme
every week
song.
it's a new one. We'll pick one of them one day.
I will never remember any of them. Uh,
That's part of that's the point of our theme song. It's new
that's
every
the
time.
charm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Kareem, what movie are we not watching this week?
We're not watching Ben-Hur.
What?
Why?
Great.
Alrighty. So, Monzi.
1959 Ben-Hur, not the remake, right?
I didn't even know there was a remake.
There's like a 2016 remake. I remember when they were talking about it. I don't know how well it did in the box office.
Oh my goodness. What if we talked about
But
both?
talk about both. It's a 2016 Ben-Hur. Let's see.
Oh my
Who's in
god.
this one?
Oh no, I don't know any of these people. Morgan Freeman, what is he doing in here? No!
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 Yeah, I don't know any of these people either. Oh, I know Moises Arias.
Uh-huh.
He's that Disney star. He was a creepy looking kid. He looks like a creepy looking adult, so nice to know he stayed creepy.
Oh my god. Oh, it's that guy.
You recognize his face?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So we were going to talk about the
The 1959
version.
one. Yeah.
Oh, this is a pretty long synopsis. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty long movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
212 minutes.
Jesus Christ. That's literally like 3.5 hours. It's not even
That's
3 hours,
crazy.
it's 3.5. Alrighty.
Wow.
Monzi,
Yeah?
why haven't you seen Ben-Hur?
I think... I don't know. I think it's just, like, long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like... I think it's technically like a religious film, right?
Yeah.
And I hate those. I hate those movies. The only one I like, Prince of Egypt.
Yeah,
It's the only one you
one.
need.
Yeah.
But, like, they're always, like, really long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a Ten Commandments film, right? Again,
Mm-hmm.
like, from this era. And I also think it's, like, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to sit through that.
Mm-hmm.
When Passion of the Christ came out, I didn't watch it. Everyone was like, you need to watch it.
That movie, I feel like it was so controversial when it came out. I remember reading about it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even that old when it came out, but I remember, like, it was like a lot of religious families bringing their 2-year-olds to watch the movie because it was about Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, yeah. I was like, I don't want to watch it. She's like, you have to watch it when you're older.
Yeah, they're all like, you have to watch it. You must watch it. It was.
Still haven't, so.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. But, yeah. Is this the one where they have the stop motion skeletons?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. There's yeah.
It's that Harryhausen skeleton scene, but I don't. It doesn't sound tonally correct.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
But it
I'm
also
saying
sounds
this,
like it might
one
be
of
in
these
it.
films.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out. Cool. Well, I haven't seen Ben-Hur because I don't think we have the movie and it's not appealing to me. I think I saw the chariot scene in Norway because it was on TV and my dad was watching it. And I was like, what is this? And he said, Ben-Hur. And I was like, what? And he said, it's Ben-Hur. And he told me, the way he said Ben-Hur was like as if it was obvious. And I was like, I'm 14, Dad. I don't know what this movie is.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was about Greeks and Romans for a very long time. And then I found out it was about Jesus. And I was like, oh. But I wasn't appealing to me, so I didn't watch it. But the reason why I picked it was because I watched a documentary on the plane called like The Celluloid Closet or something.
Right
like
here,
that.
yeah. First made the claim in an interview in 1995 about homoerotic subtext.
Gore Vidal was talking about Ben-Hur and the screenplay and was saying they need like the movie. He was like, he literally was like, it's like 3 hours of crap, but the crux of it is like these two characters that used to be very close friends.
Mm-hmm. Friends.
Friends. Minor spoilers. Used to be very close friends and then now hate each other, right? Friends to enemies. And he was
lovers.
like,
No, I'm kidding.
lovers to enemies. lovers again. But they were like, we need a motivation for this because there's not enough for the like it's not strong enough to carry the film. And Gore Vidal told the director, like, what if they used to be lovers when they were younger? And the guy was like, what? And he was like, it would be perfect because that would explain the whole arc. It would explain everything.
And their tension and all that stuff. Yeah.
And the director was like, and Gore Vidal was like, we won't be obvious about it or anything. It's just, that's how I'm going to write it. Like, that's what I'm going to be thinking when I'm writing it. And the director was like, okay, don't tell Charlton Heston. He's not.
Don't tell anyone.
He was literally like, don't tell Charlton Heston. I'll handle him. But he was allowed to tell the counterpart.
Oh, the other actor.
So the other actor loved it and committed. So when you're watching the scenes, like, that actor is he is
on
literally
board.
Got it. Yeah, he's got that
all
mentality,
in.
and that is how he is acting. So
and Charlton Heston is just there.
Yeah, exactly. And like they showed a couple of the clips of the documentary, and it's just it's so fun to watch with that subtext in there. I think it makes it more interesting. But I thought that was really interesting that he said that, especially because I do associate Ben-Hur as like a really masculine movie. So, oh no, I froze. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I was like, that's interesting. And then I wanted to talk about it because I haven't read the synopsis in a while. What do you think the movie is about besides
I think it's about two guys that used to be friends / lovers. And then they have a falling out. And then they become lovers again? Question mark? I have literally no idea. I see something here about Judas. Judah. So at first I was like, Judas? But the wrong guy.
No.
So I have no idea. No idea.
I think it's also about...
Is his name Ben-Hur?
I think his name is Ben-Hur.
Okay, so Ben is a big hotshot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's like a gladiator or something, and he wants to like move up in the world, right?
Oh.
And he used to have a friend. Maybe his friend was like the rich one, you know? He's the one who had power or something. And he's like, you were supposed to free me. I don't know, maybe he was a slave or something.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, oh well. And shrug emoji and
sucks to suck.
Hate sucks to suck, yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna free myself and be awesome. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, I still love you. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then so he goes through all these trials to try and overcome, and God is there somewhere in his heart. And maybe I think the chariot race is in the end of the film, isn't it? I don't know. So. It's at the end of the film, and he's like, if I win this chariot race, I will be free. And he wins the chariot race. Maybe his ex-friend was also in the... His ex-boyfriend was in the...
His ex-husband. And ex-fiancé.
Oh my God. Ex-betrothed. Was in the race, and maybe he dies in the race, and Ben-Hur is like, oh no, my friend, I was a fool, but I'm free, I guess, so, you know.
Yeah.
Good for me.
It sounds like the plot of The Gladiator.
I've never seen The Gladiator.
Neither have I.
Ah!
But it sounds like what I remember reading the plot of The Gladiator was.
I think I am just channeling what I know about the movie The Gladiator. Because I know for a fact that he was like a soldier, his wife and his kid gets killed, and he gets picked up, and he has to fight, and he just wants to die. I know that's his whole motivation, he wants to die.
Yeah.
But then he's like, you gotta fight, and he, yeah.
Okay.
I think in the end of the film he dies. Spoilers. For The Gladiator.
Okay, I think it's about two former lovers who were like boyfriends when they were boys, and then somehow they got separated.
Putting emphasis on the word boy and boyfriend.
Yeah. And then they go through different things in life. Maybe there are stop motion skeletons. Who knows? And then
I don't know if this is here.
I'm gonna say they're stop motion skeletons.
I'm gonna Google it.
I'm gonna commit it. Wait. No, we gotta find out in the synopsis. I'm committing though. I think they're stop motion skeletons. I think it's a dream sequence. I think that's where they are. And then they come back, and they're both different religions. So I think one of them is a Roman and the other one is a Jewish person, and the Roman is anti-Jesus and the Jewish person is pro-Jesus. I think.
Maybe vice versa. Maybe
vice versa. I thought the Romans were the ones who killed him.
Yeah, but the Jews were the ones who. It's a whole mixed bag. Everyone is like.
But Jesus was also Jewish. So
yeah, it's a whole thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, something. One of them, I'm pretty sure.
The Roman authority killed him.
Yeah.
But it was like the Jewish people who were like, yeah, crucify him, bring out the other guy.
So they were collabing.
Yeah, it was a collab. Stop.
So many people are gonna get mad at us.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was a book.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's not Easter yet, so I'm not getting all my Bible stories in church yet. It's been a year, so.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay, that sounds right.
Because even I think Pontius Pilate.
He was definitely Roman.
No, yeah, but he was like, are you serious? This guy? He was like, are you sure? Like, he keeps asking the people, and the people are like, yes, crucify him.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, one of them is a Roman, the other one's a Jewish person. I don't know who is who. But I think they're on, like, different sides of the Jesus question. Mm-hmm. And I think whoever Charlton Heston plays is the one that's pro-Jesus, and the other one isn't. And then they have a chariot race for some reason. Maybe
show off how manly they are.
Maybe it's like Ben-Hur is like, maybe he is a slave. I don't know, but he's like, I want to do a chariot race, or like they're like gonna kill him, and then they're like, no, let me try to fight for my life. Let's do a chariot race. And then the other guy's like, I'm gonna fight against you because we had an argument and we have irreparable differences. So he's like, okay. They have a chariot race where, like, I'm pretty sure that guy died in real life.
Yeah, I think more than one person died during that chariot race.
Definitely at least one, which you see on camera. Like, you see the chariot break and the horse fall.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know it was super dangerous, but I didn't know it was, like, saw it on film.
Yeah, there's literally, you can see the horse and man that die stumble and, like, are about, like, they get, yeah. You don't see anything, but, like, you see it, like, happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's the thing. I've seen them catch up on that. So it's like, oh. Because this was, like, a ridiculous, super expensive, like, stupid movie for the time. But anyways, and then Ben-Hur, I think, gets martyred. I think he gets martyred. I think he gets martyred to death.
You pronounced murdered incorrectly. They don't know how to say murder. Martyr. That's a word.
911, there's been a martyr.
There's been a martyr here.
There's a martyr on the Nile. There's a martyrer on the loose.
Oh my god. They're martyring everyone. Yeah. Yeah, okay, martyr, not murder, but weirdly said. Got it.
I mean, you could say martyring is murdering, but not all murders are martyrs, but all martyrs are murders. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I think happens.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's watch the trailer.
Let's watch the official Blu-ray trailer.
This reminds me, Moonfall comes out tomorrow. I really want to watch that movie.
That really dumb movie.
Oh,
it looks so bad. And then they have that one song in the background, Bad Moon on the Rise or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, this is so cheesy. And like none of the jokes they make in the trailer hit. Like they're all like terrible.
It's horrible, but it's Roland Emmerich, and we'll talk about this movie later. Like I really want to watch this movie. It's so stupid. Okay, I'm watching.
Conquer the land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We slaughter the people. That is not the end. We will rise again. The day Rome falls, there will be a shout of freedom such as the world has never heard before.
Emperor. I know he's Emperor because he's wearing purple. Mm-hmm. They're making eye contact.
I believe in the past of my people and in their future.
I think Ben-Hur is Jewish.
11 Academy.
May God grant me vengeance.
Judah. Best actor, best director.
I don't believe in miracles.
All life is a miracle.
Oh, life is a miracle. I'm from Liverpool.
Kiss you goodbye.
Oh, she looks familiar.
My people are praying for a man who can drive their team to victory over Messala. You could.
Oh, it's that guy. Oh, what's his name? Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, reproduction of Charlton Heston's personal diary.
Memory of my dad is from the set of Ben-Hur. The one that really stands out in my mind is he used to give me rides in the chariot. How could that not stick in the memory of a young man?
I'm glad that kid didn't die on that chariot.
If you stay here, you will find yourself part of this tragedy. I am already part of this tragedy.
Ooh.
I'm already part of this tragedy. There is only one. Oh. Oi!
William Wyler's masterpiece, Ben-Hur, the ultimate collector's edition. For the first time.
It actually didn't tell us anything.
It really didn't.
I have no idea what happens. I know there's a chariot race. We already knew.
We already knew.
I love this comment. Greatest movie ever, and not a one curse or nude scene. Only great acting, great story, great emotion. Great Hollywood.
Sir, a man died.
This was one of the greatest epic of all time in movies. This shouldn't have remaked. They will never get Charlton Heston to do that role again. He's born for that role. Look at the power in his eyes.
Oh, I should have a correction. A near fatal accident. So no one died, but someone nearly died. And it is caught on camera, though. Yeah.
I can't believe this movie only won 11 Academy Awards. It should have been at least 50. 11 isn't enough. They need 50 Academy Awards.
Best animated picture, Ben-Hur. Best international film, Ben-Hur. Best live action short, Ben-Hur. Oh. There is an urban legend that a stuntman died during filming.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just put the deep, penetrating stare of Heston. No, nothing else.
The deep, penetrating what of Heston?
The deep, penetrating stare of Heston.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
Wow, I watched this movie and I had no idea it's for 1959. I thought it's from the 1980s. If you thirst for a good one, this is it.
If you thirst... These comments are so unnecessarily horny. What is going on here?
This is from 3 days ago. I nominate Charlton Heston to play Tom Brady in the upcoming Tom Brady biopic.
Isn't Charlton Heston dead?
I think he's dead.
Exhume the corpse. You heard the man.
We're gonna Weekend in Bernie's it.
Oh no. He died in 2008. He looks nothing like Tom Brady.
Okay. I still don't know what it's about.
No.
So, I'm not gonna try to amend anything.
Neither
but
am
now
I.
I'm gonna start a petition to get Charlton Heston to play Tom Brady in the Tom Brady biopic.
Is he even getting a Tom Brady biopic? Is that real?
I hate him. I hope not.
We might watch the Super Bowl.
Did you see that the Washington team finally has a name?
Yeah, I don't know what the name is though, but I heard the short version sounds like commies.
Because it's the Commanders.
Oh no.
The Washington Commanders.
Okay. The Commandos.
That's better.
I like that better.
I like that.
What? They should be called the Washington Monuments. I think that would be fun.
That'd have been hilarious.
Right? And then they could just have the Washington Monument on their jersey, and then their mascot can be like a little monument.
It's just phallic symbols everywhere. That sounds like what you're telling me.
I mean,
you're not. Yeah.
Because they're from DC, right?
Yeah.
The Washington Monuments would be so fun. It just rolls right off the tongue. Anyways, it's funny, the Commanders. That's such a long name. Washington Commanders.
Commanders.
No.
I can't wait to see what their new thing is going to look like.
What about the Washington Generals? That sounds better than the Commanders. They just want to say the Washington Commandos, which is what I'm going to say from now on, so...
The Commander's name was the result... this is definitely a movie podcast.
Okay.
Was the result of an 18-month process that the team said included more than 40,000 fan submissions, countless surveys, focus groups, and meetings.
They had the wrong people in those focus groups.
They should have had you.
They should have had me in there.
Oh, what's the new logo? I'm trying to find the new logo.
Does it look like the Patriots? If it's a man with a hat, I'm going to be so angry.
Let's see, where is it? There's a W, okay. Great, I'm waiting for a picture. Okay, why are you showing me a picture of Biden's dog? That's not what I wanted.
I bet the football team was so angry because the Washington hockey team's name is the Washington Capitals, which is a pretty good name for Washington.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually, they don't have, like, a person. It's just, like, a W.
Okay. That's boring, but whatever.
Yeah, it's very boring.
I hate letters as logos. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle is on thin ice. And honestly, I don't like the S either. I always get the alternate with the anchor. That's the one I get. It's just the jersey with the S, but whatever. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Are you reading the synopsis? I'm assuming yes.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Judah Ben-Hur. Charlton Heston.
That's who Judah is. Is he Judas?
No. I don't think so. Is a wealthy merchant living in Judea at the time of Christ. Under the influence of the oppressive Roman Empire, the land seethes with talk of revolt. And Caesar has sent more soldiers to quell the potential uprising. The new tribune Messala, Stephen Boyd, Masala, whatever,
I don't know, yeah.
Masala probably is right. Once lived in Judea as a boy and longs to rekindle his old friendship with Judah. But when they meet, it's obvious that Masala has been changed by the years he has been away. Fighting the enemies of the empire. He is harsh and calculating, driven by ambition and eager to prove himself to Caesar. Asking Judah for help in rounding up the local dissenters, they argue. And when Judah refuses to betray his own people, Masala declares they must be either friends or enemies and leaves in anger.
Not the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Follow after him. Comfort him.
A few days later, the Romans parade through the city in a show of force and to announce the arrival of the new governor of Judea. As they pass the house of Hur, Judah's sister, Tirzah, leans out over the balcony for a better look. She dislodges a few roof tiles which fall near the governor as he rides by, panicking his horse and throwing him off. Masala seizes an opportunity to frame the Hur family for an attempted assassination.
Oh my god! That's just petty!
Arresting Judah, his sister and mother, he throws them all into prison. Judah learns that he is to be condemned without trial or hearing and flies into a desperate rage. Breaking free from his jailers, Judah smashes his way into Masala's chamber, demanding to know why he has done this evil deed.
Kinky.
Masala calmly explains that by condemning an old friend without hesitation, he will show the rest of Judea that he is to be feared. I asked for your help, Judah, says Masala, and now you've given it to me. He dismisses Judah to the death of a slave in the galleys and leaves the mother and sister to rot in prison.
Wow.
Petty.
Petty.
Super petty. I love it. Chained to a group of criminals, Judah is marched through the desert. Barely alive, they pass through a village called Nazareth, where a compassionate young man gives him water.
Is it Jesus?
I was going to say, it's Jesus. Gazing into his eyes, Judah is filled with wonder and receives a life-giving gift of a simple drink. When an angry Roman guard barks, the young man rises and the guard stares into his face.
It's Jesus.
Perceiving something there that, perhaps for the first time in his life, forces the Roman to back down.
It's Jesus.
Judah is marched away with the other condemned men, but continues to gaze back at the man who saved his life. You're not going to say it?
It's Jesus.
Maybe it's John the Baptist. 3 years
John the Baptist
passed.
wouldn't give him water to drink. He would pour water on his head.
He would dunk him.
He'd be like...
Slam dunk. 3 years passed. Judah rows his life away in the galleys. His latest confinement is aboard a war armada. When the new admiral, Quintus Arrius, comes aboard, he puts all the slaves to a test of endurance, looking for any with enough spirit to defy him. In the galley, he looks over his rowers, telling the guards to change one of them, seeing another who bears the scars of many whippings for insolence, and finally Judah. He suddenly lashes Judah, seeing the anger and hate in his eyes, but also the control not to attack the man. Later that night, during Judah's resting period, he is ordered to Arius' quarters, finding him asleep. Arius suddenly awakes, noting that Judah could have easily killed him. The two talk for a bit, Arius mentioning that he owned some of the finest gladiator schools in the empire. Judah refuses and returns to the ship's hold. I want to own a gladiator school.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
And I would just go every day. And
What
I'd
would
be
you
like,
do?
Looking good. Great. Excellent work. I'm really just going there to check everyone out.
I know why you're going there. I know what looking good meant.
Great form. Keep it up. Let's see that move again.
No. I think the shirt should stay off.
It's so hot. Aren't you hot? Sorry, you were drinking. Someone get
yes to the fish.
Let's get this man some water. Oh no, I slipped. It's all over you. Now you're all wet. Let me get you a towel. Okay, soon the fleet engages the Macedonian armada in battle. And in the mayhem, Arius' ship is rammed. Shortly before the battle had begun, Arius had ordered that Judah be unshackled. Arius himself is cast overboard, only to be saved by Judah. The two spend a few days floating at sea on a piece of flotsam. Arius prevented from killing himself and bound by Judah. Finding his fleet victorious, he returns in triumph to Rome with Judah at his side, and after a time adopts him as a son.
Isn't the man like 40?
Yeah. Look at my son, he's a child, he's a baby.
Look at my boy.
I raised him from his youth. A rich and influential man once again, Judah's thoughts return to Judea and the vengeance he has sworn on Messala. Along the road to Judea, Judah meets an Arab sheik and an old wise man named Balthasar, one of those who followed the Star of Bethlehem at the time of Christ's birth. He's just meeting everyone. Mm-hmm. He's like the Forrest Gump.
I was about to say that! I was like the Forrest Gump of the biblical times.
Balthasar now seeks Christ, grown into a man, and befriends Judah, sensing the goodness of his soul, but also the hatred for an old enemy. Finding that Judah is skilled in chariot racing, Sheikh Ilderim coaches Judah to ride his team of white horses in the upcoming race against Messala and his notorious blacks. Oh, I don't know what that means. Judah accepts and prepares to meet Messala in the arena. The Sheikh meets with the lords of Rome, Messala included, and gets them to agree to 4-1 odds. When he learns of Judah's return, Messala is astonished, but quickly begins to plot again. In the arena, many fortunes can change. Judah meets with Messala, demanding to know where his mother and sister are. Messala claims not to know, and Judah harshly tells him to find them and arrange for their release. When Judah arrives at the circus for the race, he spots Messala, who has equipped the wheels of his chariot with spinning, gouging blades.
Oh, yeah.
Entering the arena in a grandiose procession, the contestants line up and await the signal from the governor, Pontius Pilate. Hey! He drops a white cloth and the race is on. In this spectacular contest, many other teams crash, and Judah and Messala collide time and again, striving for the lead. Messala's spinning blades prove useful against several of his opponents, ripping their chariots and wheels to splinters. When Messala, consumed by his desire to defeat Judah, crashes his chariot into another, yanking off one of his wheels, he is thrown out and dragged behind the stampeding horses of the racer behind him, then thrown out to the rear, landing in a heap in the sand. Judah rides to glorious victory, and the shattered body of Messala is carried away. What'd I say? I called it. Messala is bound to a table by Roman surgeons who tell him they have to amputate his legs. He refuses to let them start until Judah comes, wanting to face his old friend whole. As his life ebbs, Messala confronts Judah one last time and tells him that his mother and sister are not dead as was thought, but alive, condemned to the lowest cell block of the Roman prison. As they have both endured solitary confinement since their arrest, they have both contracted leprosy. How do you contract... Okay, this is an honest question. How do you get leprosy? I know that, like, if you touch, like, a leper, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I'm kind of scared to look it up.
Okay. I'll look it up later.
Okay.
I'll look it up for you. They were freed and sent to a nearby leper colony to live out their final days. I love that. A leper colony. Cackling at his final victory over Judah, Messala gasps his last. "The game goes on, Judah!" he hisses as he dies. A stunned Judah goes forth, his victory hollow, the vengeance he'd sought meaningless. Seeking release from his hatred, Judah walks through the city, encountering Balthasar again, who has now found the living Christ he was seeking. Begging him to come and hear the words of Jesus, he tries to help Judah and ease his pain, but to no avail. Judah cannot live with the thought of his beloved mother and sister suffering in the valley of the lepers and seeks them out. Tenderly carrying them into the city, he finds it empty as everyone has gone to the trial of Jesus. Hiding in the shadows, they all witness the suffering of Christ as he is led to crucifixion. This really is the Forrest Gump. As Jesus passes, Judah recognizes him as the young man who'd save his life with a simple drink of water in the desert. Amazed, he pushes through the guards, and as Jesus falls, Judah carries a gourd of water to him and helps him to drink. Gazing in wonder once more into his eyes, Judah is touched by Christ. At the sight of the crucifixion, Judah and Balthazar weep at the cruelty and watch as the sky turns dark. Judah's mother and sister take shelter in a nearby cave and cry out in terror as the earth trembles and lightning slashes the sky. A flash of light reveals their leprosy had been healed, a miracle they do not understand, but for which they thank God. Judah returns to his home, finding his family healed and restored to him, and finding also that the sacrifice of Christ has taken the hatred out of his heart and saved his soul.
Not using Jesus as a plot device for the character's development.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand what the problem is.
What a strange film.
What a strange film. How interesting. Yes.
They had me in the first half, not gonna lie. And then the chariot race is pretty cool, and then it got very Jesus-y.
It got kind of preachy there at the end.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is one of those movies, like, at a game, you, like, leave in the last quarter, like, before it actually finishes. Like, this movie, you can just leave before the final 30 minutes.
And then you, like, get home and you find out, like, the craziest thing happened when you left.
Or, like, you just leave early so that you don't have to deal with parking, because it's like, oh, it's just the crucifixion. Yeah. We can leave.
The chariot race required 15,000 extras on a set constructed on 18 acres of backlot at Cinecittà Studios outside Rome. Tour buses visited the set every hour. 18 chariots were built, with half being used for practice. The race took 5 weeks to film.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure this movie was, like, ridiculous expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, did you look up leprosy?
I did not. I can look it up. Leprosy.
I don't actually know what it is. It's just always in the Bible.
Okay. Hansen's disease, also known as leprosy, is an infection caused by slow-growing bacteria called Mycobacterium leprae. It can affect the nerves, skin, eyes, and lining of the nose. With early diagnosis and treatment, the disease can be cured. So it's an infection.
So it sounds like if you touch
skin lesions and nerve damage.
Yeah.
Symptoms include light-colored or red skin patches with reduced sensation, numbness, and weakness in hands and feet. It's very rare.
How do you catch it? I don't know if you can catch it by touching people, because I think that was a misconception, but I don't know.
Yeah, that feels, like it's...
Because in Princess Mononoke, there was the lepers there in that one village, and the lady would just go there and interact with them, like she wasn't scared to touch them. I think people were scared if they touched them that they would get it, but I don't think that's how you actually get it.
Okay, leprosy is spread between people, although extensive contact is necessary.
Yeah.
So leprosy has a low pathogenicity, and 95% of people who contract leprosy do not develop the disease.
Mm.
But yeah, it seems like you need to be touching it for like a long period of time.
Yeah. And it's probably like an open wound sort of situation. Like if you have a cut and then you touch them, then that might probably get it, versus like just
There's a picture on the Wikipedia. It doesn't look too terrible, but it is like just like a fat man. A fat old man. Going further is worse.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't want to go on there.
The first picture they showed me wasn't that bad. But yeah. So it is contact, but it's like extended contact.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like.
Gotcha.
This is the first of 3 films to have won 11 Academy Awards, including the Best Picture Oscar. The second was Titanic, and the third was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Mm.
Let's see. Let's see if the 2016 is any different.
So there's an Esther character that isn't mentioned in the synopsis you said.
An Esther character?
Yeah, Esther is like some girl that Judah met and fell in love with, but she was betrothed to another person. And then she shows up later and she's the one who tells Judah that his mother and sister had died because she knew they were lepers, but the two women kind of begged her to like not let Judah know, so she was like they died. And he was like, "Oh my God." So, yeah.
I see. Okay, let's see. In the 2016 version, they're brothers.
Oh.
So Judah and his adopted brother Masala. I don't want to read through the whole thing unless we want to, but.
That's fine.
Let's see. Oh, well, let's see. The ending is Judah is later said to be Jesus is crucified. Jesus died. The earth trembles. Judah weeps and mourns his death. The rain begins to fall, which somehow manages to cure his mom and his sister. Judah finds Masala lying down, missing the bottom half of his right leg. Masala swears vengeance on Judah for disfiguring him while holding his blade up. Judah instead decides to forgive Masala and embraces him. Masala drops his weapon and tearfully hugs Judah. The two are later reunited with the family, both of them also forgiving Masala. Yeah. The film concludes with Judah and Masala riding their horses together. So a much more, I guess, happy ending between the quote-unquote brothers. Yeah, it seems like it might be more or less the same kind of plot.
Yeah.
They were like, how can we make this seem not...
They're brothers.
They're brothers, so it makes sense that they're very close.
That's funny.
Like in Sailor Moon when they made Uranus and Neptune cousins.
Yeah.
In the dub.
Oh, it said here that they were inspired by the Ten Commandments to make Ben-Hur.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the studio also made this film because they were not doing well, so they thought this movie would make them a lot of money.
And it did. It made them like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. If you adjust it for inflation, the budget was about $135 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the most expensive film ever produced up to that time. One notable change in the film involved the opening titles. Concerned that a roaring lion, because it's MGM, would create the wrong mood for the sensitive and sacred nativity scene, Weiler received permission to replace the traditional logo with one in which the lion is quiet. Can you imagine the birth of Jesus and there's like There's a lot of different writing going on.
I know, I see that.
Yeah, because it's based on a book. Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ. And then Gore Vidal came in. Vidal's claim about a homoerotic subtext is hotly debated.
Hot. Mm-hmm. It's hotly debated.
Vidal said that he believed that Masala's vindictiveness could only be motivated by the feeling of rejection that a lover would feel, and claimed to have suggested to Weiler that Stephen Boyd should play the role that way and that Heston should be kept in the dark. Whether Vidal wrote the scene in question or had the acting conversation with Weiler, and whether Weiler shot what Vidal wrote remains issues of debate. Weiler himself said he did not remember any conversation about this part of the script or Boyd's acting with Gore Vidal, and that he discarded Vidal's draft in favor of Fry's. Morgan Hudgens, publicity director for the film, however, wrote to Vidal in late May 1958 about the crucial scene and implied there was a homosexual context. The big corn pone, the crew's nickname for Heston, really threw himself into your first meeting scene yesterday. You should have seen those boys embrace. Film critic F.X. Sweeney, in a comparison of script drafts, concludes that Vidal made significant and extensive contributions to the script. Charlton Heston has claimed that Fry was Weiler's first choice as screenwriter, but Zimbalist forced him to use Vidal. Whether Fry worked on the script before Vidal or not, sources agree that Fry arrived in Rome in early May 1958 and spent 6 days a week on the set writing and rewriting lines of dialogue, as well as entire scenes until the picture was finished. Charlton Heston did not like Vidal's version.
He was in a lot of... Sorry, I'm looking at Charlton Heston. He played Anthony in Julius Caesar.
He was in a lot of movies.
He was in The Greatest Show on Earth.
Yeah.
He was Moses in the Ten Commandments.
I mean, he was in Planet of the Apes. That's what I know him from for sure. Charlton Heston.
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything, though.
I think I saw him in one movie, but I don't remember what it was.
The Greatest Story Ever Told, he was John the Baptist. He was Michelangelo in The Agony and the Ecstasy. I've seen part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
For class. Planet of the Apes, yeah. He was Mark Antony in Antony and Cleopatra. He was Cardinal Richelieu in The Three Musketeers. Just a lot of historical characters.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Cats and Dogs?
No.
Oh. He was the Mastiff.
Oh, wait! Yes, I have! I have seen that movie.
So you've definitely seen a Charlton Heston film.
Yeah.
He was the Mastiff.
That's so funny. I don't remember the Mastiff, but I remember that movie.
Jeff Goldblum's in this. I've never seen this movie. Tobey Maguire voiced the dog, as did Alec Baldwin.
Wasn't Tobey Maguire the beagle?
Yeah, he's Lou. I'm
the
assuming
main
that's
character
the main character.
doggy.
A secret war between cats and dogs quickly peaks as Professor Brody, a scientist, tries to create a serum to cure dog allergies in humans. Jesus Christ! There's a lot of tangents today, but...
Yeah.
What a film.
What a film. Alright, so what do you think about this movie?
I don't think I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Not for 3 hours.
Not for 3.5 hours.
No, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only scene really worth watching is probably that chariot scene, which is what people watch it for anyway. Like, everyone just is like, oh, Ben-Hur, that's a chariot movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where 1 million people died.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess was a rumor. No one died. But
yeah.
They all got very injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's... just read the Bible.
I mean...
You don't have to read a Forrest Gump version of the Bible.
Or just not do either of those things.
I mean, that's true. No one has to read it. I was just like, if you want the story.
If you want the stories, just watch a couple episodes of VeggieTales, and then you'll know everything you need to know.
I love VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Just listen to their silly songs. Don't even listen to the other songs.
What was the one... that was stupid song where it's like, if it doesn't have a tail, then it's a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, then it's an ape. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, then it's an ape. And someone's like, what about a table? And they're like, it's an ape. So it's like literally, it's either an ape or a monkey. And the only deciding is if it has a tail or not.
Oh my god. No, I don't know that. I don't think I ever.
I can't believe I still remember that. I think I've only heard the song once. And it was just a song that a lot of my high school friends in Norway sang a lot because they were like obsessed with VeggieTales.
Mm.
There were a lot of Christians in that high school. All the Americans were Christian. But yeah. Anyways.
Did you hear? Sorry, this is completely off. That Rudy Giuliani was on The Masked Singer.
Oh, I learned about that through a Twitter tweet.
And then the judges like walked away.
Did they really? Good for them.
That's what it says here. It says prompts walk off by judges reports. 2 judges walked away. Let's see, who was it?
Who was it? Ken Jeong, Nicole Scherzinger? I hope it was them too. I don't like the other 2 judges.
Oh yeah, judges Ken Jeong and Robin Thicke reportedly walked off set.
Okay.
The 2 are said to have then engaged in conversation with Giuliani over his baseless claims about the 2020 election. The Tensible Nation encouraging the first episode of the show's upcoming season.
There was a joke tweet someone made where they were like joking about being the talent acquisition person for the Masked Singer, and that they were leaving or whatever, but they're like, oh, it's been such a great time or whatever. And then afterwards they're like, this is a joke. And in the comments, people were like, I was wondering about this after Rudy, or they're like, great call with Rudy, or something, like they were joking about that. And I read it and I was like, Rudy Giuliani? No. And then you saying this confirms it. So I'm like, Yeah. That is so horrible. Why would they do that? Why would they put that horrible little man on that show? Then again, the judging panel has Robin Thicke and stupid fucking Jenny McCarthy on there, so why would I even be surprised? I hate Jenny McCarthy. She was the mother of anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, I know.
She's also just so annoying. She's so annoying on that show. She's like my least favorite really judge. Annoying. My favorite judge is probably Nicole, and then Ken, and then Robin, because Robin takes it seriously, and then Jenny. Jenny is so annoying. I hate her. Anyways.
Anyway, guys, that's Ben-Hur.
Yeah. What would you rate the movie?
I guess a 3. That's like my go-to.
I'm rating it a 2.
Oh, a 2.
It's too long.
Oh.
2 for too long, but still with historical significance, I guess. It gets 2 points for the homoerotic tension. Honestly, he keeps meeting all these men who are so interested in him.
I mean, it is kind of like, huh?
It's like it's not even just him and his friend. It's throughout.
It's throughout, and everyone keeps looking into his eyes, or vice versa.
They're like, I like him. He's got spirit. He's like the Mary Sue in this story. Everyone loves him, right? Except for that bitch Masala. And he meets Jesus, and Jesus is nice to him, so he's nice to Jesus. Like, he's meeting all these. It's literally like someone wrote a fanfic of the Bible and wrote like a Mary Sue character, and they were like, yeah, this is what I would do if I was living during Jesus times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. I bet it would be fun to watch not sober.
Why'd you just say drunk?
Because maybe, like, drunk or high or whatever. Like, I bet it would be fun to watch. Or just, like, not seriously. Like, you watch it specifically to rib on it. I think it would be fun to watch like that. But I don't want to sit down for 3.5 hours to do that.
Yeah. Just put it on at, like, a party, and just, like, every now and then you stop by and you're like, what's happening here?
Yeah! It's just a Ben-Hur party. Like, the famous Ben-Hur.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or the theme could be this Ben-Hur episode, and you just have to dress up like one of the tangents that we go off.
so many tangents. Come dressed as Rudy Giuliani.
Come dressed as the Washington Commanders.
Or the Washington Monument.
The Washington Monument.
Tom Brady. Leprosy. Come dressed as the leper.
No, we shouldn't be laughing about that. But
I know.
Someone comes dressed as a leopard.
A leopard, because they heard it wrong, yeah.
Someone dresses as a moon falling.
The moon fall.
It's like a little Halle Berry somewhere.
Oh my god.
Okay, alright. This has gotten out of hand.
Great. We're just unhinged right now.
I know.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Alrighty.
Okay, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.